I'm Elena Gerasimova. I'm a labor lawyer from Russia, and I have two backgrounds. One of them is purely academic, and another is my background from the non-governmental organization work, which is very, very long history. And all my professional life, I'm working on labor relations and promotion and protection of workers' rights. And my particular topic of interest is collective labor relations. And my project here is focused on one of the aspects of collective labor relations, on workers' participation. And when we speak about workers' participation, it is not very clearly understood in different countries, because terminology is different, and the content of this term and of the subject is very different in different countries. So what I am trying to look at is the workers' participation in a broad sense of this expression. So that means various forms on how workers, employees, but not just employees, workers in a broad sense, can influence their role, their situation in workers and employment relations. And that involves personal involvement and collective involvement through representative bodies. Personal involvement is the subject about how workers can deal directly with their management, working on various aspects of their direct task and their particular work. And indirect representation through collective institutions is much more is a topic which has much more longer history, and that involves consultations, that involves the right for information, that involves collective bargaining, and that involves also participation in board level in various forms of management at the enterprise. So what I'm trying to see is how there international regulations existing in this field and practices of various countries, European countries, but not only European countries within the European Union, but also, for example, countries which are members of BRICS, how they can be used to suggest various forms which would be helpful and would improve the situation of workers in Russia. Our current problem in Russia is that institutions which we have are very limited in terms of the number of regulations, in terms of the number of procedures, but also in terms of the number of forms which exist. Also, it is very important how the representation system to participate in all these forms and institutions are organized. And also different countries have particularly different stories. So my task is to see which elements can be useful and can be suggested for Russia to improvement of the situation.